Music's not working. There we go. Hoot hoot, everybody! Hoot hoot! I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, Noble Owl. Welcome. I can't see you guys. Where are you guys? The chat is working at least. That's good. That's very good. Here you go. I put you over here. Also, my hands are here. Hi! Hoot hoot! Bit of a different setup today. As you can probably see, yeah, you can see this is probably the closest, most skin tight display of my hands yet. Basically, I took some of these the gala gloves that I had that didn't fit me well, cut them as you can see here, and yeah, neutral gloves, skin tight. You get to see more of my hands now. Hello! How's everyone doing? Can you hear me okay? Neutral gloves, yeah. I'm ready because last time there was a lot of glue and stuff. Loud and clear. Can you see chat okay? Chat seems a little small. Feel like I must have changed it around a little bit here. A little bit better. Better grip, mostly for the actual feel, because I don't want to... I'm gonna have to like smudge out glue and stuff. I don't want the glue to go on my nice gloves. They're kind of difficult to get... they're kind of difficult to really get off after, so... Who's here, by the way? I see Bruja, Maria, I see Hajime, Nyajime, Joyus, Natsu, Lapis, Chaco, Momo, and yeah, that's about it for now. Hoot hoot in chat to get a hoot hoot back. But yeah, you see this little crease here for where the glove goes. Otherwise, skin tight. You get to see the contours of my knuckles better now. Oh gosh. Hoot hoot. Yeah, for the glue I have a couple of stuff here too. From last time I have let's see. I'm using this from last time. The good old storage box for some of the stuff that came with the little books that we made. These are all small little books, can barely see them. My hands are almost burned. Yeah, they are. It's very tight. So yeah, I'm gonna be using this to store all the little pieces that we do. Gonna keep building the library book by book. Of course, the library in question is this library right here, Book Nook. The books were parts, yes, but you have to build them still. There's a lot of. I haven't gotten to this yet because I am still on the... There's a lot of little nice little things to work with here. So we haven't gotten to the wooden parts yet because I am still working on the books. Got this one here as well. You can barely see what that is, but I'll show you in a mo. Hello, Lisk. Welcome. So I've got... Let's see. Because the sheets that came with were a little bit folded, I had to put these under a bunch of books, something heavy, like a heavy box. So now we have the instruction booklet here again still. You have to make books for a Book Nook. You get Bookception. So here you go. You got the different things. So we got a couple more books of the same kind to make, I believe, but I think we might have something else going on. Kind of forgot my little crafting plate, but we'll get to that. I have since last stream gotten some new equipment. It came from like a screen protector. You can barely see it there. Let's see if we turn this off. It's just a piece of cardboard. with a soft little bit here. You know, they kind of just put on your to brush out unevenness when you put on like a screen protector. I figured we would just use it in case we need to spread out any glue and stuff. That one. Squeegee, yeah, it kind of is a squeegee actually. And I've also gone out and gotten a some tacky glue, which has this little cute, like nice little squirt bottle that might be a little bit more accurate than what came with this toothpaste kind of bottle. I don't think it's a bad thing to use this one because it's pretty accurate still, but I feel like we might want to do this. Cortisol meter, yeah, I do have the cortisol meter up. I'm wearing it. I just haven't activated it, so just give me a mo. I'll do that too. Figured it would be fun. It's probably gonna be spiking because it always does at the beginning of stream. Thank you for reminding me though. Good thing you noticed. I have it here somewhere. There we go. Should kick in now. This device, please. Heart rate 85. Yeah, there it is. This is how it starts. This is not how it started. It has started. This is how I cope. So other than that, I have my trusty tweezers, the angled ones. And this is how it continues. That's the one. And I have this, of course. Nice little oh, it doesn't want to spin. Yeah, there you go. For any spreading of any kind of sticky glue stuff. Let me see if I can get my... Oh. Plumie, where's Plumie? Hoot hoot. Off screen. There you go. Thank you for being you, Alfie. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Momo. It's been 2 years. This is amazing. Oh. Yeah, Plumie's gonna be blocking cortisol meter. And we can put the cortisol meter a little bit higher. There we go. Can be up there, yeah. And I feel like the low and high text could benefit from looking a bit tacky. You know, like having this kind of, it looks very, very, you know, JPEG, low quality. Like that, I like that. Hi, Piero, welcome. So yeah, welcome everybody. A little reminder, I suppose, the fact that we have some new merch that has not gotten the proper time of day to be promoted. Still gonna bring it up here. Let's see. There is for those that couldn't get it at Vexpo last year, the Rangerville merch is back with a little bit of an adjustment for the stand and a new keychain. Thank you everybody that has bought it already. It means a lot. Thank you very much. And of course, the Rangerville is back. You can portray it in any direction you would like. The mole is actually on the right side for both. This is the original one, if it matters. And yeah, of course, you get to be isekai together with me as Plume, like a falcon. Why is it so blurry? I feel like... Oh well. And the difference is that I made the stand with a grass texture. Now this is the sample I got, and the stand is a little small. The actual one has it a little bit wider. But yeah, this is on our on the merch website now. Alongside this new little keychain, a charm keychain. This is how I intend for it to be connected, but you can do your variations as well. It is a transparent acrylic, so just have it on for reflection's sake. But you have the chibi on both sides, and you have Plume as a chibi on both sides too. There you go. So the keychain is also there. Alongside one last thing that I made us for Rangerville, and that is a acrylic, not acrylic, what I'm saying, it's just a button with a bit of a holographic effect. And the idea is that these are kind of light rays, so it really adds to the fact that he's just looking out over, like, you know, there's a sky in the background, so it kind of looks like it would be light rays coming in there. But yeah, there's a badge as well. And you can get it at stretch for the button. Should be this one. New physical merch. Yeah, there you go. And I think with that we can get started. I've been on a break. I have been on a break of kind of 2 weeks, but you know, I did a little bit of streams last week. So now we're back for reals. But with that, I also kind of need to find my groove again as well. Hope you had a good break. Yeah, I don't know. It's Bloomy isn't talking. Bloomy isn't talking as in you can't hear. Oh, I do hear the Bloomy talks. Let's see. I think it must be because of this. Well, then Momo's didn't. What about this one? Can you hear that now? Does that count? Toot toot, come on. No, guess not. Yeah, again, I need to find my groove. Let's try the merch thing again.
Bill has new physical merch. Check out the link in chat.
New physical merch. So, what's with the cortisol levels? Gee, I wonder. That's a little something I've been doing for my artsy taxi. Namely, showing that if I am stressed or not. That is basically my heart rate. And I figured it would be fun to have for stuff like this too. Okay, so does this look sharp enough? I'll move you a little bit closer. Right. Oh yeah, see, looking at my journals here, I found some really pretty journals. And I may have put that on Throne, in case anyone is feeling generous, since my birthday is coming up soon. Soon as in a couple of months, but soon. Yeah, I found some really beautiful journals that are like in my the way I like them. Soon enough, oh thank you. Trying to push it a bit. Aside from that, other news is that I finished a commission today. There was one that I didn't work on stream. This one I prioritized getting done during my break as well. And Niajime's commission is done. This one right here. Niajime's commission was done today. And I really like how it turned out. I think it's a really fun one. I had a really fun time doing this one. Thank you so much for the commission. It'll be wrapped up on VGen. I already sent the files, but I'll wrap it up on VGen as well later. I'm glad you like it. This was a Skeb commission. You can get yours too at over here. Getting into the groove of things.
Did you know Veal does commissions? It's true. Check
It's
out
true.
his VGen.
I love that. It's true. Ish. Okay, where were we then? Oh, I also got this equipment. Exacto knife. We'll put this to good use. With much care. It has a magnet for picking it up too, yeah. The magnet at the bottom. There we go. Plenty good. Okay. Where were we? Let's put on some this works. This works. Got a lot of lights on right now. It's fine. I improved the light situation. How is this? Can you guys see what's going on, or is it a bit blurry? I might want to fix the sharpness a bit. Because I kind of need this sharpness too, because this is my main way of seeing what I'm doing. A bit blurry. Yeah, I see that too. Let's see. I think 60 something in focus is better. That's a bit blurry again. Yeah. That's not bad. That's, yeah, that's better. You can actually read the text now. Okay. Apply. So. All equipped for the books now. Yeah, I got that. Done. Yeah, we put the glasses on. You put glasses on now. Is this better or is this worse? Could you read the bottom line for me, please? Made in China. Oh. What do we got here? There's so many bits to do. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at how pretty the bookcases are, though. That's so beautiful. Is the text on the green side or the red side clear? Yeah, exactly. Alright, so we made 4 books. Do we have 4 books? We have 4 books. Stare at the balloon for a second. Yeah. 4 books. You guys think we're gonna make can we do 5 books, you reckon, with the new equipment? You think that's doable? Would you bet on it? Would you like to stream on it? I'd like to stream. I need the support. I need all the support I can have. This book nook is gonna be a series of a lot of streams, I believe. Mayhaps. Well, I'm gonna do it, whether or not you do it as well. Dun, dun, dun. Like stream done. 30 likes. Wow. 30 likes. There's like 19 people watching. How did you extra like? Oh my gosh. You guys, thank you. Plus 1 for extra book. Extra book. Okay, so we're gonna do these, which is 4-2, 4-3. I believe that was the ones we were looking at. Lonk. Let me put this up here. Oof, I'm being blinded. 4-2 here. These are 4-2 and 4-3. 3 of them. Okay, nice. Honestly, I can't see that well here. So I'd be afraid to use the X-Acto knife, honestly. Wait, can I tone this down a bit? Yeah, I can tone it down. Nice. Ooh, we like that. We like useful stuff. Hello, Nimuru. Maybe X-Acto knife is the better way to go about it. I just gotta squint because it's so small. Nah, do not trust it. I think it would be the best thing to do. Use X-Acto knife it, but I wish I could see better. Maybe we just cut out the whole thing first, yeah? Let's be strategic about this. Oh. Yeah, that was not very straight. I'm not actually trying to follow the line. Don't worry about it. Oh. Already nicked myself. Good thing I have an extra skin. This blade is a little too long. I have a shorter blade. Kinda, but also not. It is pretty sharp. I've not used this blade so far, but we are gonna swap blades to the smaller one, like this one right there. Is it like trying to thread a needle in it? It kind of is, because I have all the gloss coming at me. Because of the lighting, I want to have some good lighting for the stream. But it is proving it is definitely proving a challenge here. I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess this up. It's not the best. I think I might do better with a scissor for this. If I can find the scissor. There it is. Ah. Oh, dang it. Scissor is not clean. What did I use for this? I have an aluminum ruler. No, I don't, sadly. This might have been from last time or something. Not sure what I tried cutting with this. Ah, this works out pretty good. When in doubt with your knife skills, yeah, I am not a surgeon. I'm not a surgeon. Yeah, scissors are nice. They're kind of designed to be a bit more precision, right? To have a little bit more precision the way they do. This is working out okay. I just gotta remember to clean the scissors later. There's some glue residue. Oh, I know what I tried cutting with it. I tried cutting like double-sided like carpet tape and stuff. That would leave some residue. Oh well. Take some isopropyl alcohol to this later. Right. Okay, now it's these long strips of pages. I think it can... Let's just get the whole thing off here. I like to use blade for precision. For small work, sure. I'm not gonna be building a model like a figurine with scissors, but ultimately I would still use the little like to break off the plastic bits, you know. I feel like chat is a little big right now. It's kind of blocking the screen a bit. I mean, this should be readable. Okay, readable enough. Cortisol meter. I guess it can be here. To each their own, yeah. I'm not gonna be cooking with scissors, although I do sometimes like to use scissors in certain aspects of cooking. I have specific cooking scissors. Speaking of cooking, I had a realization. I like to cook. And something I've noticed that usually when you say that you like to cook, you will get asked, what's your specialty? Right? And I never really thought about it. There's cooking scissors, it's just scissors. They usually come in packs with knives, but it literally is just cut your chicken with scissors. Hey, you get it. It literally is just a pair of scissors that you exclusively use for cooking, and make sure you wash them and stuff. Like I could probably make do with these scissors for cooking too. It's just easier to cut like Joy says, chicken or meat, depending on what you want to do with them, you know. But yeah, so I like to cook, and the questions always shows up that kind of what's your specialty, and I know that the stuff that I like to cook, if I were to pick, or you know, if you're making something special or something, right? But thinking about it a little bit more, especially with how I was cooking for some friends and stuff, I think what people have been the most impressed by is my adaptability for cooking. And you guys know this comes from a place of gluten sensitivity or milk intolerance, or at least lactose intolerance and stuff. Because I've met a lot of people that are kind of locked in their cooking. Like, they have their way of doing it, and if you kind of challenge that a bit, not challenge as in like, watch me do this. No, more like kind of like, someone can't have cream, but I always use cream in my ... you know? Well, you can barely see the thing. Meanwhile, I will be just kind of like, do I refer to you as Vil or Keyfree? As Vilfree, please. Mr. Vanderbos to you. Just kidding. I am dressed, go by Vil free like this, but Vil is fine. I'll tell Marshmallow the same thing I tell everybody. How dare you speak to me? How are you doing, Marshmallow? I know you go by something else, I just can't remember right now. Lola, it's Lola. That's right. I kind of miss seeing Lola, the name in chat, because it always makes me quote Shark Tale. Yeah, nice to have you here. Anyone else I forgot to say hi to? At my work, we cut bread with scissors. Really? What kind of bread? What kind of scissors? Garden shears, like. Now I'm just picturing Lapis being all like across the floor, like, okay, throw it, throw it, throw it. And then they throw like a baguette and he just goes like, hey! Just like, at work we do this when no one's watching, kind of a deal. What do I do with this? Regular scissors for slice of bread. Oh. I've seen some really fun scissors for like pizza cutting. They were really fun. How can I explain this? The scissors themselves had this little, they had like a little, think of it like a spatula, or like when you, the kind of, how do you say that? What is it called, the things that you fry with? I don't know the English word for it. You know, that when you just flip things on a pan. Anyway, it had that bit sticking out on the scissor like that too. Is it a spatula? I thought the spatula was the little, it was just, the spatulas were those kind of silicone things that you bake with. But your spatula. And the scissor has that extra bit at the bottom here. So then you just kind of put it, and it's also like triangular, right? And you put it into the pizza and you click, and then you do the click and you have the slices to serve with the scissor. Yeah, that's right. Pizza I cut with scissors. Pizza I cut with scissors. Unless I want to feel extra barbaric. It's been a long time since I had pizza. But I remember just like sometimes just like raw. Just like tearing the pizza. Tongs, but tongs are the those things. Tongs are the grippy things, right? I'm thinking of the, you know, the flippy things. Slotted spatula, okay. The flippy things. Which I was extremely professional with today as I was making pancakes. I've only seen someone cut one once, okay? It opened worlds. Yes! That could have been me. Not really, probably not. But could have. Because I cut pizza with scissors. The only pizza from like the actual restaurants and stuff, because it's spatula. It's a spatula? Okay. Understood. Maybe I can use that the little piece that I this here. Different types of spatulas. Okay. This messes with my with my English, my knowledge of English naming conventions. Because if you think about it, spatula is a weird English name. It's probably taken from something else. Because everything is very, it's very head on, in your face about what it does. There are a few things that are named things that they don't necessarily do. A verb name. Spatula sounds foreign. Now I kind of want to know. The life of a multilingual. Yeah. English just as a third language here. Flipper Turner. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See, I would have called it a flipper or a turner. Because that's the kind of Americanized or English naming convention. Okay, so English, UK naming conventions are a beast of their own. But like American naming conventions, I appreciate them a lot because you can guess half the time. Like, what does a turner do? It turns. What does a flipper do? It flips. What does a hammer do? It hams, apparently. What about the screwdriver? It drives? Okay, no, never mind. It actually doesn't work. Ain't nobody got time for fancy wording. Language is at its most efficient if it's understood without having to look up a word. It drives, it screws. Yeah, it does drive things into other things. That's very true. It comes from Latin, meaning a flat piece of wood, and is similar to spada, meaning broad blade. Oh. Okay, it's a Latin word. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I like that. Because you have to turn it. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, it makes sense. Screwdriver makes sense because it drives things into the other things. Yeah. Why do scissors not scissors? Socks. They're called socks in Swedish. They're not. They're. Why do scissors not scissor? Shearer. They shear at least. You know, they shear. They're just called shears. Might be able to use this actually without cutting. My sheer surprise. Exactly. They Oh, that was me. That was me. I was just doing the scissors. They don't scissor. They cut. They go. Definitely Vil. There you go. It was me. Medical terms, I believe. Yeah. I used to be able to mimic the sound of a scissor as it was cutting hair. I don't know, when I was younger I could do that. To the point where I would freak people out for napping. I don't think the microphone is going to catch everything. Yeah, it's not like shik, but actually add the kind of sound when hair is cut. So I can't do it. But the kind of a rolling, kind of a quick roll of hair being cut, if it's a thick hair. I can't do it right now. I used to do it better. It's just a really rolling somewhere. It's just a strange way to explain it, but yeah, that kind of sound. Can you hear that? Yeah, I'm an owl, but it could have been a parrot. I love doing sound effects. You can, if you shape your mouth, it does a different sound. And if you do it slow, it sounds like Dry Bones from Mario. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up. We can try. You know the Koopas, the bone Koopas, whenever they get jumped on? They kind of fall apart. Well, I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it. Let me put the music down a bit. Okay. Mario jump. I don't know if you can hear it. I need to get really close to the microphone, I think. You can hear it, yeah. Maybe I'm a blackbird. Blackbirds can mimic the sounds of other birds, right? Sometimes I hear blackbirds sound like nightingales around here. It's so nice. Yeah, blackbirds can mimic the sound of other birds. They're really cute. They can sound so different. They just go like, you know, and then suddenly go like, yeah, I can do that. They do the different calls. Nightingales go more like choop 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 choop. The kind of bird from the jungle that mimics everything. What kind of bird from the jungle mimics everything? What is a myna? Bird who mimics chainsaws. Hello Ross, welcome. That's so silly. I know that sounds pretty good if I actually have like a radio. Like you need a lot of you need an actual microphone to be able to do those sound effects good. Billy's parrot. The best one I've been able to do is pouring a glass of Pepsi or Coke or something, and someone in a voice chat going like, "Oh, that's Pepsi, isn't it?" And I was like, "No, I just did the sound myself." Oh, do it. I need to. I'm gonna take a sip from my Vil mug here. Official. Not really official. This is just the stickers you can get from my shop. I'm gonna do it. I just need to hydrate. Okay, this is a sound effect stream. I gotcha. I gotcha. Should I do the motions as well? I can do the motions as well. Okay, ha 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 ha. Okay, you can see me. Okay. That is crazy accurate. That's so funny. It's so silly. They told me I couldn't be what I wanted to be. Here I am, an owl doing sound effects on stream. Too accurate. Oh, thank you. This type of stream, you can actually do the motions for once, yeah. What can't you do, Vil? I don't know. And whatever I stumble upon, I will learn it. A parrot skin. I'm green per normal. I'm actually using my palm choir to do the cries all the time. You can know how to make that sound. Yeah, I'm sure. Can teach you. Like, I can't really teach you, but can you do the if you put your tongue to the, like, when you kind of flick your tongue, go like, can you do that? You can do that sound, right? Like, it's not so tricky. You can put your tongue up top, and then you can just tense it, and then let that, almost like you put your tongue up at the on the inside, at the top of your mouth, on the inside, and you kind of create a vacuum by kind of sucking but blocking with your tongue, and then you kind of just you release it. Yeah. So it's basically only the tongue whipping part without the click, without that. Yeah. And then it's about shaping your mouth. If you pout and do it, it sounds different. If you open it, it sounds different. Yeah. So you go. Yeah, there you go. Now you just gotta practice. And that is how you do it. Then it's about volume. It's about, finding, the right amount to use, all that stuff. Bills and say, of course. Hello, Sleepy Prince. We are teaching silly mouth sound effects. Because I've been doing sounds with my mouth. And it seems that they're pretty good, because people are like, what? How did you do that? Kind of deal. I just think it's fun. The trickiest one I can do without, kind of using my hands for help, is probably dripping water, I think. That's the trickiest one that I know, I think. Let me put this together and I might be able to do it. This feels so much safer to do with the nitrile gloves. Uh-oh, they need to go in a certain way as well. Let's see, which way is up? That is ways up. Okay, this way's up. What about this? This way should be up. Okay. If not, it's the bad print edition. No, it's wonky. Ah. There you go, that's better. And on this side, there you go. Limited edition, yeah. Limited run. First print. You got one book. Just gotta make sure the pages don't get stuck together. Would give the completely wrong impression of this library. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Here we go. Ish. Okay. I'll leave it open to dry. And then we can, there you go. Cute. Cute, 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 cute. Next one. The water drop thing, it's a kind of fail rate, or like a success rate is a little bit tricky, so I can almost do it. Nah. No luck with it today. It's quite fun that I would end up, you know, doing what I do in that sense of doing my own voice packs and stuff like that. I'll try. You call it no luck? Well, I'll try to do it better. Just give me a moment. My fingers are a little sticky right now. But when I was younger, I really liked recording stuff, be it on like just using a really shabby PC microphone with just some Windows recording thing, or even with like older phones as well. That was really fun to just use the somewhat bad microphones on those things to just kind of record sounds. And I really like that, so it just really makes sense that I would end up, you know, doing my own voice packs, and it also kind of helped train my ears a bit, so I can be all like, no, that sound doesn't sound just right, you know, it doesn't sound right. It should be earlier, should be later, and so on. Yeah, the drop should be more like. No, I can't do it. There you go. No. No, I can't do it. Ah! It has this little kind of a whoop kind of sound. And of course, it also has. It also ties into everything that is doing. Everything that is doing voices, characters, mimicry of all sorts is just really fun. So yeah, follow your dreams, be a soundboard. I'm sure it would make for a pretty good demo reel of sorts. It's been really fun for using Square. What is it called? Square synth waves when I dabbled in some music for, like, you know, kind of retro style music, because you kind of old synthesizers, like we're talking like 8-bit kind of chiptune stuff, you really just have a waveform. Like, it's just a wave, and then you kind of have to manipulate it to make it do different sounds. So you have one that sounds like boo, and then you kind of have to bend it like and make it shorter, and then you save it, and you have another one that goes like ooh, short. Okay, then you have ooh, 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 ooh. That's how they used to do sound effects, which I think is really fascinating. Because now it's not the same now, you know. It's not the same now. Like I look back on kind of videos that I've seen, and people game dev videos and stuff like that I've seen, where people talk about how the limitations was kind of what made it genius, you know. Old arcade games and stuff like that, like they didn't have this. They didn't have the kind of unlimited, just use that game engine and do whatever you want and let the computers process it for you. No, you kind of had to work within limitations, and there's the limitations that I love. The fact that people thought of so many fun things. Necessity is the mother of invention, they say. Book. Throw the book. How to be a soundboard. Just make the sounds. What do you like? I personally found things like retro Game Boy. Think of Pokemon. Think of Pokemon. If you guys ever played the remakes of the you know, Fire Red and something like that. I think there was Game Boy Advance stuff. Book. Yeah, book. That's what you mean, right, Joy? Also, Stitcher, hello. I didn't say hello. I've been running amok with doing silly sounds. Amok. Hootery, yeah, definitely. Wah, not on my desk. Dang it. Not on my desk. Ooh. I think I might have used that a little bit too much. Hello? Uh-oh. What was that? Nah. What was that? Okay, good. We good. Ah, it's stuck. Help. Honestly, the whole sound mimicry is kind of what's helped me a lot with languages. I kid you not. I will attribute it a lot to that. It's the fact that it can try mimicking something phonetically. I kind of absorb the sound a little bit more. I'm not super good with intonations otherwise, but I feel like it's helped a lot for certain languages. Once I realize they are there. But what I was saying, like Pokemon, yeah? The attacks. The sound effects for the attacks. They still kind of use the old sound effects sometimes, don't they? And they were just a bunch of, you know, kind of distorted square waves or something in order to make it sound like different attack. You know, kind of like kind of sounds like oh, Final Fantasy VII I really liked. More so than 8 when it came to sound effects. Final Fantasy VII still had some old sound effects. You know, sounds that make you think of like, what does fire sound like? What does ice sound like? What does lightning sound like if you're gonna use that, you know? Because I had to think about that for lore video too. What kind of sounds do hovering glass shards do? None, obviously. I don't know, last time you had to fight someone with hovering glass shards, they would not make any sounds because they're hovering. Why would they make any sounds? If you're gonna be realistic about it. But if you're gonna be cinematic about it, then it made more sense to grab a sound that had like someone had something, some metallic on glass. This isn't a glass, but you know, you kind of just dragged it. That's why, like, when I found the sound effect, you go like, you hear the ding 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 scratch ding scratch, and then I sped it up because there's mirror shards, so they're more dense, so they're all kind of just wobbly a little bit in the air, and that's why I had the sound effect that was like ding 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 ding. Basically, that's how I thought. That's what my thought process is. And with a lot of sound effects, you think about that stuff more. 3 books. They're so cute. Is a mirror more dense? I don't know. In my impression, it is. Glass can be more dense, but I feel like mirror has an extra layer of the coating, which makes it transparent. So, depends on. I guess there could be. In my head, a mirror is more dense than glass, than normal glass pane. So, that's how I saw it, at least. It literally has a coat of like transparent, like whatever it is that makes it transparent. I don't remember what the chemical compounds it is. Oh, this book looks cool. What is this? 3.6, 3.7. 3.6. That kind of looks like one of those journals I put on Throne. Actually, it looks really pretty. Oh my gosh! There's so many books. There's so many books. These are not it. And I'm still tempted to just replace these with the plumey versions of it all, of the other stuff. That would be really funny. Dun, 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 dun. What about this? 3... No. Here. 3.6. There's a feather. Look at that. Even older silver mirrors are more dense than normal glass. Well, yeah, that's just how I figured. That would be really fun. Yeah, someone suggested that last time. Sorry if I don't remember who did it, but I'm like, yeah, I totally should do. That would be really funny. A plumy feather. A plumy? Carry the plumy? No, that only worked if maybe I can use this one. A plumy? Totally changes my voice, it's so funny. Silver nitrate, nice-oo. Silver nitrate, that makes sense. So while there can be thicker panes of glass, of course, comparing the two from just like, I think I would make the sound effect different if it's just mirror glass shards. No problemo. I'm sort of a nerd here too, and I feel like there are plenty of people that would might call themselves that. Or at least be coded for that here. That's kind of what this place is about. We're studious. We are, we can be a bit eccentric. We like to learn, we do things, we're creative. Creativity is kind of an abnormal trait, and I learned, statistically speaking. I feel people can be very creative in many different ways, but the act of being creative is apparently a bit abnormal, in that sense that it's not a very common trait, or at least not something people pursue. I don't remember when the study was made, but it was a Swedish one, so if it's wrong, then we can blame the Scandinavian areas. Scandinavia being one of the places we're gonna visit on Friday, when we do a little road trip. So bring your Capri Suns, the Swedish version of Capri Suns, and we'll just have a little chat as we drive around. Find amusing how people with glasses are usually seen as smart or nerdy. Yeah, I suppose so. Mainly because I guess the misconception of, or not necessarily misconception, but the fact that maybe people would ruin their eyesight by reading a lot of books in bad lighting conditions. Because you can't do a lot of sports with glasses. Sports. And if I said that's how I got glasses, I mean, that might be the case. I feel like in my case it might be constraining my eyes for playing portable consoles a lot. sports very often. Professionally? Too close to a TV? Ah, yes. That the whole your eyes will go square, yeah? Your eyes can get bad because you did not go outside enough as a child. I was out a lot as a child. Too close to my DS and phone, yeah. You need those square. Okay, that's true. That's true. I have square, I have round, I have rimless glasses. I have a bunch of glasses. An all-rounder, swimming, volleyball, basketball, you name it. Yay! Glasses are a bit of a bother when doing sports. You can still do it, of course. Because my eyesight isn't super bad, it's mostly a focal thing that my glasses fix. A focal error. When playing like badminton and stuff like that, or volleyball, I would opt for not wearing my glasses because of the rim and the light that catches, like the light that reflects on the rim. It's very distracting. Yeah, that would be the ones they need to use, like the ones that they use in the field, the football and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not impossible. It's just not very handy. And for swimming as well. Water polo. Water polo is really interesting. I've only tried it once a long time ago. Water polo is interesting. I knew of another different kind of water polo that a friend did. I don't remember what it's called. It's not... I don't know. Does it water polo have baskets underwater or whichever was it? I don't know. I just jokingly called it blitzball. I just jokingly called it blitzball. Water hockey. It's the one you're mostly underwater with a couple of baskets. Astigmatism. What is that again? Is it water polo that you're underwater? What? Yeah, okay. Water polo is above water. That's the one I played too. But the one a friend played, I don't remember what it was called, but it was really mostly underwater. You kind of have people up on the surface that you. It's handball, but in the water. Yeah. But there's one that is underwater, where you actually tackle people underwater, and you actually kind of there's some hoops underwater, and you have people at the ready on the surface that you can swap out with and stuff. That sounded really fun, but also kind of like pretty deep in a pool. So when you go like underwater rugby, okay, could be. Yeah, Blitzball. Oh, okay. That's the thing. Astigmatism. It makes things look fuzzy. Became very nearsighted. 30 centimeters ahead of me. Goodness. That's a good thing we got glasses. I'm gonna be a little smarter about this and just do every second one. Because it feels unnecessary to put one on every page. And which side is... Oh my gosh, this actually has a text. Speaking of nearsightedness, should have been able to... Yeah, no, well, take my friggin' glasses off for this. Alright. Everything is diamond shaped and sparkly, even with the glasses. I get weird effects from migraines that change my right eye. My right eye gets a little weird. Migraine auras, yeah, a bit like that. Also delayed, kind of like trails. You know, like trails behind cars and stuff. It looks really cool. It looks really cool, but you kind of a car drives by and you can almost see like little light trails behind the. You know, it kind of, and then it's like catches up. Yeah, motion blur, basically. On one eye. Book. Nope, missed. Oh, Fir Tree, welcome.
Hoot hoot.
Thank you.
Furtree_Tharoon recruited a new alchemist.
Oh gosh. Wow, my cortisol is so low it's not even on the scale. Oh my goodness. I never thought I would go down to my resting heart rate as normal. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fur. How you doing? For real. Thank you. Eggles gets a gift. You need a migraine eye patch. I'll be big boss. I'll be a snake with a migraine. You know, I can always just close my eye. I need Keyfree's glasses for real. If I may, yeah, my medical advice: processed meat, especially sausage, can trigger migraines because of enzyme reactions on your tongue and the mouth cavity. I've heard that. I know lemons can as well. Luckily, I don't have like cluster headaches or anything. It just really messes with the with the eye sometimes. It's mostly weather related. You can't eat currywurst. Instant headache. Oh, that's the worst. Sorry. So in your case, migraines are the worst. But yeah, I can see that. I get booed. I get booed. Boo! Boo to you, I say. How dare you? Alright, fine. Fine. I'll wear the dunce. I'll be the dunce in a corner. There you go, I'm wearing it. Hat of shame. Hat of shame. Hey, 5-5. I'm like, why is chat blurry? Oh, right. Glasses. Where are we booking? Booing. Oh yeah, because I did a silly joke. Bruja. We were talking about sausages, something like certain processed meat and sausages can trigger headaches like migraines in people that are sensitive. And we're definitely booking too, yeah. And Natsu was saying that Natsu can't have currywurst anymore. Worst being a sausage. To which I said, oh, that's the worst. I just explained the joke. And it's still really good. Ah. Badum. I'll give it one cola pouring sound out of 5. With the hiss. Everyone give Will a pat on the back for the badumts joke. Ha. Yeah, gimme. I'll only turn around and put my hand up where my back is every time. I'll pat my shoulder and I'll just be like, put my hand there so you can like high five. How very dad code of you, and that's Vilfrey even. Mm-hmm. There's a reason, there's more reasons than just sheer handsomeness as to why Vilfrey is a thing. I wonder if that's gonna make my cortisol go up because I'm embarrassed. It's gone up a little bit. Went up by 2. Okay, not too much. Okay, it's fine. This small text just makes me think of, I don't know if it's a Guinness Book of World Record thing or something, but I know that there was someone that kind of etched it, or how do you say that? You can actually just like put it's essentially they scratched in a full, do you call it chapter? Not really chapter, but a whole part of the Bible on a pea, on a dried pea. so you can only like read it with microscope. That's quite cray. Yeah, that's a kind of world record kind of deal. You gotta hide a pun into the books, one letter at a time. Yeah. Building them with puns. Oh, the old Rugio cosplay was really cool. I'm always impressed by how people change appearances with cosplay. It's so cool. What in the fifth dimension? I don't know. I haven't read about it in a while. I just remember reading it at some point. Like a fun fact kind of deal. But yeah, they must have used a lot of precision. And this was before, like, I think this record was long before very, you know, accurate laser inscription stuff. Yeah, the inscribed, that's the one. That's the one. What? The beard was a hit, my friends. Yeah, it looks good. It looks all Rugio appropriate. Come on, there you go. Another book. Ish. All right, now we're down to scrolls, I guess. 5-2. 5-2. I should stretch my neck a bit. Careful, I might poke an eye out with this thing. Oh my gosh, the meta. There you go. Ugh. Done with booking, onto scrolling. 2 5-2. 5-2, okay. 5-2. Got him. Oh, they're small. They are so tiny. It is very tiny. You are so small. It's funny to me. What is this? Oh, what and how is this? This way and rolled up. Okay. Oh my god, we're gonna make this cute friggin' bookcase. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've been thinking in case I have any other silly sound effects to do, but I can't think of any. Cute? Yeah, definitely very cute. Oh, you know what? try an owl. At a distance, sure. I'll just do whistle. How's that? I think it kind of matches the sounds I've heard. I'm a hybrid because it sounded like an owl. Nice, ooh. What about a bird of prey? Like an eagle. I don't know. Best sound effect I've ever heard was a lion I knew that could roar like a lion. I would do my crow, but that might be, I need to be loud with that. I can't do the slow crow. Crows are more, no, I can't do it. I could do it if it's, maybe I should, kind of like that. That's the closest I get right now. I could do more. Loud peacock sounds to annoy people. Oh, those, they sound really loud. I don't remember how they sound. I've heard them at the heard them at like petting zoos and stuff. I got my old shit back. Yeah, the distant owl. I need the effect of to be natural. Could just go like hoot 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 hoot. No owl sounds like that. Oh, we were talking about Star Fox on the Discord, by the way. And one effect, one sound that sometimes comes through is the radio sound when everyone talks. I had kind of fun with that one with a friend at a point too. I don't know if it's gonna work because my whistling game is a little off right now. So let me warm up for that one. That one. It's about time you showed up, Fox. This is horrible. No. All aircraft report. Falco here. I got this one. Get the ones behind me. Yeah, it's fun. Did not expect Star Fox to be brought up. That was really fun. There we go. A scroll. Tricorder, yeah. You did for Star Fox 64 again? Nice too. Hope you have a good time with it. I wonder if I have anything that fits this that I can just roll up into it. I've been very as loyal as I can to Star Fox. Played through Star Fox Command, played through Star Fox 64, got like a SNES Mini, so I played through Star Wing, Star Fox 1 and 2, Star Fox Command on the DS, Star Fox 3DS, but I'm kind of done playing the story again. Star Fox Zero I played at a friend's place because I didn't have a Wii U. You know, my friend being one of the 12 people that have a Wii U. Not 12 million, not 12,000, 12. No, the blade is stuck. No, that's one of ours. Okay, fine. Star Fox games seem more like a spin-off. Yeah, I guess so. Assault was really nice though. I did play that on a GameCube. Never played the Dinosaur Planet, or the one that was gonna be Dinosaur Planet and then became Star Fox Adventures. Assault was pretty fun. I just never really liked Star Fox that slows down. I like the on-rails shooter. I like Star Fox, I like Panzer Dragoon. Those kind of games. But Star Fox Assault stops a while. The Star Fox Zero also does. That kind of just like you have this segment with a little radio controlled robot that you run around with. The Dino version is the one that introduced the girl, right? What's her name again? The blue fox. Crystal, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, I really like the kind of shoot 'em up, kind of on rails that Star Fox was. I would have liked to see more of the story for Star Fox, but I don't feel like they've really taken any kind of steps in any direction with it. They tried with a bunch of non-canon, bunch of different endings of Star Fox Command, which is probably chronologically the last game. But yeah, they just kind of never really explored it again. They just keep doing Star Fox 64 all the time. First it was like Star Fox, Star Wing on the Super Nintendo, I think. It was called Star Wing in Europe, I guess. That one, then Star Fox 2 never got released. Even though it was done, they just were like, oh, it's gonna look much worse than everything on the PlayStation, so we're not gonna release it. It was done. If you got a Super Nintendo a Mini, you know, those like classic consoles that you could get, that was on there. Hope in the near future we can get a Star Fox game with a new story. I'm hoping for getting a Star Fox movie with a new story, or I don't know. Beyond Good and Evil, yay! Beyond Good and Evil mentioned. Kingdom Hearts 3 that let you build, that was kind of like flying around space. I literally nerfed myself on purpose and did not use all the good parts because I wanted to have an R-Wing. So I played through Kingdom Hearts, the gummy ship part of Kingdom Hearts 3 with a much smaller ship with only lasers. Because I just wanted to fly around in an R-Wing. Do a barrel roll! Try a somersault! Yeah, I like those games. I bought the remake of Panzer Dragoon on the Switch. But it just runs so slow. That port shouldn't have been on the Switch. Build your own gummy ship. Yeah, I did. It was an R-Wing. Hey, so what are the others then? Because it looks like that. These are just wood. These are just pieces of wood. D19. Wood if I could. I think? Yeah, it should be. Literally have a scissor right here. A lot of the games and stuff like that, I kind of went back and tried. Because yeah, the childhood retro, like the retro gaming experience is so different for each, everyone's different generations and the first consoles they had, and mostly honestly, for I think in my case it was about the consoles that your friends had. Huh? Okay. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Aha. Yeah, there you go. Oh my god, there's so many fake books. D19. This is D19. We have... How many are there? 1, 2... 3. Oh, so many. Look at it. Look at how many there are. 1, 2, 3. Well, you know what? We'll do a couple. Let's start with those. PS2 was probably the consoles I played the most, like connected to TV consoles. It's probably like PS2. I've owned a bunch of different consoles, but it's about getting the games for the consoles as well. You can have had a console, but don't really had a lot of games for them. Mainly I had the most fun with the portable ones. I got a Game Boy Advance later, and Sega Dreamcast. I had a friend that owned like 3 of them because the lasers kept giving up. Yeah, he really liked the Dreamcast. I played a lot of Sega Dreamcast because of that friend. It's very arcade style games that mainly like Sega promoted their arcade style games more so, I think, for that one. Platformers, nice. Doesn't work anymore. You can't adjust it. I'm very tempted to. I would have if I was still in Sweden. I would have offered to fix a Dreamcast or maybe 2. You can adjust the laser yourself. It's not too difficult. There are guides for it, but if you dare open it. But in my philosophy is if it's already considered broken, then you may as well try to fix it. This kind of was me with my my kind of drifting Joy-Cons and stuff like that. The DS, heck yeah. I have a box with retro stuff. But not all of them are in there. I believe I have, I think the DS is in there and the Game Boy Advance is. I have my Vita out and about. My Vita is very much alive. My PSP I got rid of because the screen was completely terrible and I didn't realize until later that I could have fixed it. But I get PSP via the Vita anyway, so it's okay. Platformers. Sonic Adventure DX, Kirby, bunch of no-names. A bunch of no-names, those are the fun ones though. They're not the best ones, but they're the filler ones, the in-between ones, the cheap ones. Pokemon Stadium, nice. Sonic Adventure DX is fun to look back on. The characters, it probably looked so cool on the day that it came out. Long time ago, you know? The characters and everything. But then you look at it now and it was probably a big deal that they changed the faces the way they did, but they look so wonky when they talk in their cutscenes. Game Boy Color and Advanced SP is really nice. Advanced SP is was my baby, I guess. 2, 3. Well, it's just one of those. Oh well. Okay. One rhythm DS. DS was great for rhythm games. Let's see if I have him here. I literally have a box called Retro Consoles. Let's see. Here's the SNES Mini, actually. Oh my gosh. Gonna look at my treasures. Here you go. I'll show you some rarities. This is F-Zero in there, okay. I have a Advanced Micro. This was the one after the SP. Super shiny, of course. It makes it very tricky to show off. It's a very pocketable Game Boy Advance. Can barely see the screen here. Yeah. Whoa, man. There's some kind of weight. This is the lowest the screen can go. Can barely get a good look at this. But yeah, the screen is really nice. Oh, there you go, F-Zero. The one thing I like to do, what I took here. This is my baby. I got this one. This is like imported from Japan because they had the Famicom version. This is the Famicom version they came out with. And I was like, I have the NES model. Yeah, my micro is imported from Japan, yeah. For the limited edition one. And this one was also a limited edition one. And this one I actually took apart and I installed a better screen on it. Let's put F-Zero back on this as well. This screen I can make brighter and I can make dimmer. With an IPS screen that I installed. Okay. It goes really bright. It looks the brightest setting is really good out in the sun. This was my best buddy during spin-off Lord 2. So yeah. I have other games too. I don't have them here. Do I have the other games here? Yeah, I've misplaced a bunch of the games. No, they're not here. Then we have which game is on here? That's an R4. There you go. This is a good one too. This one I just picked up later. I actually had the original one, but the hinge broke. So there's a DS Lite, I guess. I had the original one. That one broke a long time ago. And then we have a we have a 3DS. With circle pad attachment because I don't have a new 3DS. I have the old one, but I wanted to play Monster Hunter. Have you guys seen this? Circle pad attachment original? Works really well as just like a handholdy thing. This is for camera control for Monster Hunter. It's an infrared thing. It connects. It goes on battery, and then it uses the infrared port here to send the signal. It's so convoluted, but you actually get the extra buttons on both sides, so you can actually use the L button and the R2 buttons here. You get extra shoulder buttons. It's good for Resident Evil and good for Monster Hunter. And which game is in here, huh? The only game that needs to be in here, Star Fox 3D. Heck yeah. Then we have this thing that I built. Kind of janky. Pi Boy DMG. I've taken the Raspberry Pi out of it, but it's made for a Raspberry Pi. Goes in here. Shoulder buttons. Shoulder buttons. It sounds like a Game Boy. And yeah, it plays up to PSP. It just got a bit clicky, not very comfy, but it feels like a Game Boy. I thought that was a fun build because I had to build it myself, put it together myself from a kit. I still have it. I still have the Raspberry Pi that goes in it, but I've used it for other projects, so I'm just leaving it there. What else do we got here? What else do we have here? Got a retro handheld. That's not very strong, but it's a nice one. It's also been a Pocket Buddy. This is a Pocket Go V1. It can play some PlayStation, but it's a little so-so. It's mostly for retro stuff. I don't know what I have on here. Someday I will replace it with one of the not newer fancy one, but it's worked pretty good to play some Game Boy Advance and stuff. I don't know what I have on here. I don't think I've set it up because I kind of messed it up at one point. Oh, I have some itch.io games like yeah, it's not really set up properly. Yeah, kit building was essentially what really helped out a lot. I also built my own fight stick using an old controller and then taking the controller apart and soldering to the buttons, the plus and minus on the membrane controller. Because you know, when you push a button down, it's actually a pad that connects. There's a pad that connects two things. Like if you have a controller and you have two pads like this for each button, like this, like you know, A, B, X, Y buttons like this, like this, yeah. If you had like a screwdriver or something, you could just like, if you had opened it, you had the circuit board, you could just touch these and it'll connect and it'll like you're pushing the button. So what you do when you push the button is that it just pushes and connects the two. So what I did to have a cheaper fight stick and stuff on like I think when Street Fighter 4 came out, I just bought the parts. I bought like a cheap second-hand one that was probably broken and replaced it with actual arcade parts. And I grabbed, I think I was using like a PS2 fight stick that no one really cared about. And then I just took like a third-party Xbox controller, the ones that barely feel good. And then I just took it apart and I soldered the buttons. You know, the plus and minus on each button to each of these things on the controller, same with upside down, and then put it all together. The cables were terrible. The cables were absolutely terribly done because this was my first project, but it worked. And you know, if everything is closed up, no one cares. And that is exactly how that's exactly how switches work. That's how switches generally work. You know, you click it down and they connect. So I got some actual arcade spare part, like Japanese parts, replaced the buttons that were very like cheaply done. So I had a pre-made box with all the, you know, all the the slots for the buttons, and then I just made it into an Xbox 360 one. I was so shaky. I burnt myself so many times on the soldering iron, you know, when you're supposed to hold it like this, and then for some reason you forget and you think it's a pen, you grab it like this, and then you completely regret it for a week. Yeah, that's how I learned. But I also kind of wrecked like a controller like that as well. Used way too much solder, so it's just tricky. But doing stuff like that, especially with the case of like, well, if it's broken anyway and there might be a chance to fix it. At one point, I think I paid someone to fix something, and I got to see them do it there, and I was just like, that's it. I could have done that. That's how I kind of learned how to do stuff like that. Success rate varies, of course. But sometimes it's just not difficult. It's just good to watch the whole video in case there's some hazards when it comes to having electricity involved and stuff, you know? I fixed a microwave, and the microwave, there wasn't much that was bad. It was just a turning motor, the thing that turns the plate in a microwave. That is easy enough to fix. Like, you don't have to open the whole thing up, just a little hatch. So it's like a nice little service hatch to just do that. I fixed the a vacuum cleaner as well. I was showing the vacuum cleaner motor on a stream at one point, remember? Just a turbine motor, essentially. And sure, the part was a bit expensive. That was a bit of a risk because, like, oh man, if it doesn't work out, then part of the budget for maybe buying a new one is going to go to this spare part. But hey, save some months in the long run. There were these things. I could have used these the whole time. Why don't you tell me this? Why doesn't it tell me these things? Ish. So yeah, it's just fun to learn. Just a little project. Now, especially with everything from being a noble owl, I don't always have the time for indulging in this stuff like that. On your backlight, nice. Yeah, but that's like renovations and stuff like that too. It's usually, some things are really important to keep in mind that you kind of isolate or put like a sheet down or something beforehand. But other than that, it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like cosplay, I guess, shrug. In a sense. If it works, it works. That's what I've heard. in some cases. Yeah, these gloves have worked out pretty good. Ah, wrinkly. Ah. So that's basically how a lot of things are. For a while, I like to fall asleep sometimes or just get drowsy watching some kind of DIY and restoration videos. Stuff like that. And it just kind of either fills me with a lot of false confidence that I could do that, or at least, but it's made me try, and half the time it's just worked out. If anything, it's also increased my knowledge about different things, so it lets you do more appropriate guesses where everything could be. Like, I've wrecked a pair of, like, I have a pair of Joy-Cons I probably completely wrecked. But those were drifting, buttons were not working fully. Those are the ones that I played the Tetris the most when I got it, right? So I ended up just using it for parts for the others, like replacing the drifting analog stick and stuff like that. That's essentially what I meant when I said like on my debut that I like to tinker. But yeah, the next retro handheld that I end up getting, I would really love some like the kinds that are like less than $100. I don't want to be spending too much on a device like that. I have my Vita; it plays a lot of things. Would like an SP model, maybe what is it called, like an RG, RG35 SP. Tinkerville, yeah, Tinkerville. Tinkering, yeah. It's kind of knutsele, but not really. But yeah, I tinker. I fix things. I buy cheap things. You want a gamer keyboard? You can buy a cheap one and replace the switches. And then they go like, but it's not like a hot swap. Well, you just desolder them all and they put the real ones in. It's like, build a builder. Hello, Munchiro. You're tired? The building is going pretty good. It's been a fun stream. I've been doing sound effects. We've been talking retro games. Now we're talking about how I fixed some stuff. I like to tinker. Pretty much. He says streams are perfect for that. They scratch the itch. They scratch the itch. I don't have my Switch here, sadly. I can't show the reshell I made. For it to look retro. Vidly hands. Vidly handy ow. Oh my gosh. Getting all kinds of nicknames. 2 books. We made a bunch of books, honestly. We got a bunch of books, look. A bunch of books. Books. Scrolls as well. We have scrolls. A book, scroll. Couple of more books. One closed book, one open book over here somewhere. There you go. Bunch of books. Next time we're going to build a shelf. We have to wrap up. But here, I need to make piles of books right now, like this. So I've just kind of got started on it. But it's basically just wrapping these wooden stuff. It's little wooden chips. Well, I'm a lot more confident and okay with touching the... This has worked out pretty good, the fact that I'm using Nitril over my actual hands like that instead. Better precision with everything. Is that a knife? It is a knife. An X-Acto knife. Okay. You don't have gloves under your gloves? I have, kind of. Can you see it there? So my arms are still, you know, everything's covered. But it's sweaty hands afterwards. Yeah, but it was even sweatier when I had the actual Gala gloves on top of this. So yeah. Skin tight. You see the bone structure. Okay, I think it's an important step in this whole thing is cleaning up so we can use it better next time. Now that I've taken out some retro consoles, I need to put them away as well. Because I kind of want to do other things with my evening than tidying stuff up. We're gonna use this little case and sort them in a good way, because we have different books here. These books can go... it doesn't matter. Open books over there. Closed books here. Open book, scroll, chips. I think hello, Lori. Let me see what you have. A knife, nor. Hi, Lori. And hello, Muchiro, if I didn't say it properly. Okay, we're gonna use these and save it for next time. Oh, where's the cap? There we go. There is actually one here. Oh, didn't think about that. Oh well, the other one feels sturdier, honestly. Hi, yo! There's a bunch of paper here to deal with as well. We done? There you go. I was while you were crafting. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a bit of a nice crafty stream, honestly. Talked about all kinds of stuff. So, let me properly wash and get this away. Heh. Flaps. Cortisol stayed pretty low. Kind of funny that it's kind of consistently there, like under 80. The scale is a little bit off because I need to have a membership for the but it's not too bad exactly, because I guess 90 for medium and then going up. At some point when I was like getting really when I was working on something very like, oh, this and that and this other thing, and then even working on my lore video and everything, I actually had like an alert go off of like kind of like, oh like your heart rate is high. It was actually reaching 120. So that's why I feel like the high at 110, 120 as it is displayed, I think is actually accurate. So I think we'll just leave it there. I'm just generally a low cortisol kind of guy. And you guys are just lovely, keeping me calm. So yeah. Hoots everybody. I haven't given any hand hearts today. My hands look all kind of grimy. Sorry about that. Release. What is the other one? Other way to do it? I don't know. Cortisol dance. You're in good physical shape, that also helps. I haven't done proper push-ups in a while. I did start a new workout routine, which I'm really liking. Doing a minimalist daily workout, essentially doing the my goal is to do maybe do like 100 of each every day, but that's still a while. But basically you just do I guess push, pull, and squat, basically. And you stay below maxing out, and it trains your body. Essentially, it treats strength. It treats strength as a skill, rather than kind of just muscle building. And so I'm going to be doing that for a while. No 100 push-ups because I'm not allowed to max out, but we'll see. Yeah, it goes very quick to kind of go out of shape when it comes to this whole sedentary lifestyle of content creation. But yeah, it does help. It really does help feeling tired and stuff like that. Hi Vicky. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up for now. Plumie Discord.
We have a Plumie community Discord. Use the invite link that got posted in chat to join.
Thank you, Plumie. And yeah, a bunch of different stuff. Let's see. I finished a commission today. Got a new one recently. Thank you very much for that. I believe I'm gonna find a better way to show what the how the commission progress is going on VGen. Might open a Trello or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, you're welcome to check in what I do on the commission stuff over here.
Did you know Veal does commissions? It's true. Check out his VGen.
Thanks everybody for all your commissions, all your merch purchases, everything. It's been lovely. It's helped out a lot. And of course, thank you to... Whoa.
Hoot hoot! How is it 11 months already? Soon 1 year.
Soon 1 year. Soon the gold feather. Goodness. So tired to switch my hands from holding the spoon from eating chocolate. I shoved my hand inside a chocolate container instead of... You gotta get some rest, Mushiro. Sounds like you're pretty tired. Don't do what I did when I was really tired. Instead of, I just took my toothbrush and put soap on it from a soap dispenser instead of toothbrush. You can imagine me all like, blah. Yeah. You share something embarrassing, I will meet you there so you're not the only one. I did an embarrassing thing too. I was really tired. And I don't understand why, because I don't really have a soap dispenser for toothpaste, but shrug. Tired brains be like that. Make sure you rest up, okay? It's important that you stay rested. Plumies that do stay rested though, people that do stay rested is, of course, Joe Hughes stays very rested. Thank you very much. Miri Mage stays very rested. Thank you very much. Natsu stays very rested. Thank you very much. CL Solarfang stays very rested. Thank you very much. Milova stays very rested. Thank you very much. Herb Kai stays very rested. Thank you very much. Micah stays very rested. Thank you very much. Neko stays very rested. Thank you very much. Estefi stays very rested. Thank you very much. Lapis Dragon stays very rested. Thank you, thank you. Nyajime stays very rested. Dragoon Freya. Oh, what am I saying? Nyajime stays very rested. Thank you very much. Dragoon Freya stays very rested. Thank you very much. I'm late again, am I? I'm beginning to think that your alerts are a little, yeah. Walks in at the end of stream. Am I late? No, it's all good. You're just in time for the end of the stream. Thank you, everybody. And you will never know if I wonder if you were all kind of like, what's he gonna say this time? Who is not gonna be rested? Water? I have water. Be sure to stay hydrated. I have my cup. You were waiting for that, yeah. Well, sometimes it might happen, sometimes it might not. I will admit I was trying to think of what I could say instead. And who it would be. But not this time. You'll have to watch everyone see which one gets astray. Alright. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for today. Let's have a little look-see. Do we have anyone to raid? I would like to do a little shout out. Speaking of the usual raids, Squeegee got a new model. And I was graphically featured in Cooney's recent cover. Did you guys see that? I got to be in the background. That's so sweet. It was super cute. Let's see. I see Squeegee's on there. You can go check out Squeegee's new. It's shark themed. So what's a good pun for sharks? The one you retweeted? Yes, exactly. Hello, Yunokage. The one I retweeted. I got to be there in the background. I didn't know. That was so nice. Let's go to freelance artist, fun guy, shark guy. Save a... And help me with some shark puns. Fin, something shark, something chomp. I finished stream, so I don't know. I finished stream. That's all I can think of. Fin, water, summer, dum. Shark of the water. What's the code of the boat? We're gonna need a bigger boat. Finally rating again. We're gonna need plumies. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Okay. There you go. Let's go. Squeegee's doing some VTuber critique. Take care, everybody. Thanks for today. See you Wednesday. I'm going to be working on my art challenge. Check out the art challenge. Bye for now. Take care, everybody.
If you'd like to join our Plumie Playlist Art Challenge, check out the instructions in chat or in the video description.
Bye-bye. Take care, everybody. Stay lovely. See you again real soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Do-do-da.